can't nobody change what I'm going through but me. And in order to elevate, in order to grow, in order to come out of the depression or, you know, do better, be better for yourself, to feel good about yourself, you know, you have to change within. I'm an overthinker. I can overthink some stuff that's probably not even that serious. Ain't nobody doing it to you but you. You got to change your situation. You got to change your circumstances. I had to change my mindset. I had to just change how I think and act and react to a lot of stuff. Hate that I ever had to choose sometimes between, you know, what my kids asked for and what was my priority. Going through and growing through. And people are not always in a position to help you. So you got to make sure you put yourself in a position to be able to help yourself. Keep your goals to yourself. Whatever you're working on, keep it to yourself until it's set in stone. Look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you going to want to look good. You know what I'm saying? Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Sip Happens Podcast, where we sip, drink, and repeat. Okay? And you know, Sip Happens also stands for shit happens. But you know, had to keep it cute or whatever, so that's why the podcast is called Sip Happens. But we all know that shit happens every day, right? Shit happens every day. We have to be proactive. We have to be active, proactive, as far as how we handle certain situations. And for some of us, when we, you know, have stuff happen to us, what do? We sip. And today's drink is brought to you by yours truly. But I did see this on Facebook. It's a peach lemon drop. So I added, it said add 2 ounces of vodka. But I didn't want all that vodka in there because it is a weekday and I don't drink through the weekdays. I be in the bed really. But I had something exciting and heartfelt happen to me. And like I said before, I want to be as transparent as possible without going too deep into my life, into my personal life, you know. But this is something I feel like, you know, it's worth sharing. And so, you know, what better way to come and do it and, you know, get it off my chest and vent. Of course, my family, they already know. So it won't be a surprise to them once they see this. But yeah, this is a peach lemon drop. I only put 1.5 ounces of vodka. 1 ounce or 1.5. I added some peach syrup, simple syrup. 1 ounce of that. I did 1 ounce of orange juice. I did 1 ounce of lemon juice. And, you know, that was it. Yeah, that was it. So that's why the glass is not as full. But that's okay because I'm not here to get drunk. I'm just here to feel good and, you know, come and talk to y'all because, you know, I wanted to talk. I feel like talking. Got out work, did that, made some money. And, you know, got the good news that I've been anticipating for a long time, working on it, working on it. So, yeah. And then I added my little lemons in there, too. I did a video before this. I'm trying something different when I do my introductions on my videos. So, yeah, y'all just stay tuned for that. But I'm going to take a sip because cheers to the news that I have to tell. I don't mean to smack, but this is good. When I get with my kinfolk and we make some drinks, I might have to do this. This might be my specialty. Not bad at all. So, today's video, I just wanted to talk about, you probably already see by the title, but going through and growing through. And, it's just, we have things, trials and tribulations that everybody go through. Everybody, I see a lot of people, kind of going through a rough patch. Uh, probably it probably looks different for everybody, but I just want to explore the power of positivity and the mindset shifts in achieving personal and professional goals. And so I want to kind of talk a little bit about it because, like I said before, a lot of stuff that I go through and I'm sure other people go through, I look at it as a life lesson. Sometimes we go through stuff and we always look at the bad side of it, right? Why is this happening to me? Why why do I have so much bad luck? Why I can't be right? Why I can't do right? Why is always happening to me? We ask those type of questions. And for me, I've been the why person several times, too many times to count. So this go round, let me get a little more comfortable. I started to come to y'all in my PJs, but I said I'm gonna try to keep it a little cute. But this go round, I just felt like can't nobody change what I'm going through but me. Can't nobody feel and understand exactly what's going on with me but me. And in order to, elevate, in order to grow, in order to come out of the depression or, you know, do better, be better for yourself, to feel good about yourself, you have to change within. Sometimes we have to evaluate ourselves and just sit back and think like, what is it that I'm doing or that's causing me, to have these type of problems and stuff. So for me, when I was going through my little stuff and I started having anxiety, never in my life had anxiety, never had anxiety. And all of a sudden, I just didn't know what it was at first, but I would panic. My heart would beat fast. I would hyperventilate. It was just weird to me. And I was like, I never had experienced it. But like I said before, I'm an overthinker. I can overthink some stuff that's probably not even that serious. So I figured that was part of the issue. Me overthinking. I've never been the type of person that ever felt like I had to be in competition or anything the next person was doing. I wanted to do, or I wanted to, copy, or, I always just thought it's something within me is the reason why I'm being held back. I'm being held back from my career. I'm being held back from how I want to take care of my children, the things I want my children to experience. So it'd be like financial burdens come and go. Mental is up and down. It was up and down. Um, Dealing with things with my youngest baby, just not feeling like I'm where I need to be or where I should be. And for the most part, I'm always hard on myself. I never felt like it was nobody else's fault, especially the older I got. I'm like, look, this keep happening. You going through this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing it to you but you. You got to change your situation. You got to change your circumstances. I had to change my mindset. I had to just change how I think and act and react to a lot of stuff. And so I feel like once I kind of separated myself from everybody, everything, and like I said, I never blame nobody for anything that I've went through or whatever. If anything, I went to people that I felt close enough to and, pour my heart out or, just kind of vent to them and tell them what was going on. And, always what I need to do to change, what I can do to change. So it was never like, why me? Why me? And like I said, at one point I was a why me person until I just felt like ain't nobody doing it to you. You doing it to yourself. Like you are feeling, comfortable and content at where you are. Because at one point, I got to a point where I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to hardly get out the bed. Most I wanted to do was shower, and that's it. That's about the most I could do and wanted to do. And so I feel like, and I'm gonna get to my good news. Congratulations. I just want to do kind of like the heavy stuff first, and then we gonna get to the good and light a little bit later. But because I know it's a lot of people out here going through the same things that I've went through, and you got goals. You want to please, you want to please people sometime, not as far as monetary or things like that. For me, it is mostly my children. Want to make them proud, wanting them to have everything that they ask for. I never wanted to have to turn them down when they ask for this or ask for that. But sometimes, when you're a single parent, you're a single mother, you gotta say no sometimes, right? Because bills come first. Because if I always say yes, 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 and knowing that the rent due or the light bill due, and you telling me you want these $200 pair of shoes, and I know my bills due, but I'm trying to please you, we gonna be in the dark. You gonna have a brand new pair of shoes on. We ain't gonna have nowhere to live. So I've always made the hard decisions on, I had to choose. I hate that I ever had to choose sometimes between, what my kids asked for and what was my priority. And it always had to come down to my priority, because I've always felt like, dang, well, if I can't, provide their wants, I most definitely got to make sure they got their needs, which is food on the table, a roof over their head, lights, air to keep us cool in the summertime, and heat for the winter, little stuff like that. And so when I started realizing, like, girl, what's the funk about? And it's just like past relationships. Didn't have the best relationship with my dad before he passed away. My granny passed away. I miss her dearly. And it's just like little stuff like that, and it just like catches up with you, and you just wondering. Like, I started having men in my life that I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I be thinking, I don't know, it could be true, I don't know, I'm not no therapist, but back in my day, I had men, like, and I felt like I had different men and dated a lot of men sometimes because I was looking for that love in a man that I really wanted from my daddy, but he wasn't there. And like I said before, I have a stepdad, and I ain't crying, y'all. Somebody be like an eyelash or something. But I have a stepdad, and it's still, it ain't nothing like your biological. It's just like if you're a foster child, and you probably could have never met your mom or your dad, but for some reason, you think about it, a foster child, when they get older, 18, whatever, and they start wanting to know who their dad is, who their mom is, like they start searching, and you know what I'm saying? And you have these emotions and feelings for people that you have never met. So it's that type of feeling that I had. Of course, when I was a younger child, he was around. I saw him a lot. Well, not a lot more, but I saw him, when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably something like that. And so yeah, back then, it was here and there, so cool. But I still didn't ever get that feeling like I felt like I needed. I didn't get that from my daddy. I didn't get that from my stepdaddy. Monetary things, y'all know, that's like, when you're a child, of course, that's what you want, because you don't get it. You ask for money, you get it. You ask for clothes, new shoes, you get it. As a child, you happy. You're not thinking about really your emotions. And, well, I still don't feel like, I'm getting the love that I should feel in order for, how men say they're gonna treat their daughters, they're gonna be their daughters like kind of like first love, not in a creepy way, but like make sure they take care of their daughters, treat them how a man should treat them, and all this stuff like that. So I never felt that. I never really exactly knew what it was to feel like, how I'm supposed to be treated by a man. Like, yeah, when I was younger, I was expecting men to give me money because, like, that's what I grew up to know. Like, my stepdad, he ain't had no girls, and so I was his only girl. I became his daughter, and so he spoiled me, and I could dang near ask him for whatever, and I would always get it when I was young, when I was a young girl, and coming up in my teenage years and stuff, and even my early 20s, I could still go and have a hand out, and I could, I can get whatever I asked for, dang near. So I felt that when I grew up as a woman, as a young lady, like, yeah, man's supposed to give me money, men's supposed to give me money, and so I don't know. I just felt like I was looking for love in men. And when I got with a man or something, and I would seek that in him and want that from him, and sometimes I didn't always get it, or it didn't feel like after so long, like he don't love me. I don't feel I need that fulfillment. And so, I dated men, and because I was always looking for that fulfillment, like the love. That's the part in a relationship that I always wanted. I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to know that I was loved versus anything else, versus gifts or even sex. I just wanted to, feel that. So anyway, we're gonna jump off this subject. I'm just kind of growing and going through and growing through. So now that I've actually, just my dad is gone now. So I can't keep holding that burden and keep what if, because every here and there I'm human. I'm gonna do the what if he was still here. I could have had more time to, we probably could have made it right, or I wish we could have mended our relationship so that he could be around my children, and stuff like that. So I had to start thinking like, okay, I had to, you know, talk to God and within myself and just remind myself that, hey, sometimes you gotta look at it as their loss, as a person's loss, whether it's a man, a parent, family, friends. That's how I look at it. It's your loss if you didn't, think enough of me to, want to make it right, and I'm the child, or I'm the cousin, or I'm the daughter. You know what I'm saying? Your loss. And so I ain't gonna say I'm 100% on it, but I'm better, and I gotta get past it. Because if I don't get past it, I'm gonna be stuck. I'm gonna be back depressed. I'm gonna be back. I just don't want that. I'm 40 years old, and I just want to move in a positive direction. I don't want to be around negative stuff. I don't want to be around negative energy. I don't want the negativity. I don't want that. If I get around you and I just feel like the vibes is off, or what I'm saying, you could tell when you're around people, whether it's at work, you're around family, friends, like hell, in a grocery store, you get a bad vibe about something, like, ooh, that man, whoever walked past me, I got a bad vibe, let me hear him, get the fuck up out of here, type thing. So I'm just over that stage in my life. Like, I've never been a drama type person. Ooh. I never been one to be in drama. Even in middle school, high school, people remember me. I don't know how, because I was quiet in school all through the years. I didn't play in any sports. I didn't really participate in any activities. I was always quiet. So, and that's just me throughout. As I've gotten older, of course, I've come out my shell more now as an adult, because, I don't know, people change. So Um, and I feel like financial situations, we get in these hardships financially, and sometimes you just gotta reevaluate and think. You gotta go to the drawing board. Like, okay, I can't keep up with the Joneses. I can't. And I have never been one to ever try to keep up with the Jones. Like, if I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't. And the good thing about being a woman, the good thing is, you know, we don't necessarily have to go and buy expensive clothes to look good. We can go buy a whole outfit for $20, $30. Sometimes the shoes included. It just depends on where you go, and look good. So it never gave me ever want to keep up with the Jones. And so it's just that back in my younger days, I just I didn't have as many children. It was just really me, and I probably had one at the time, maybe two, but for sure one. Kept my hair done, take it down, get it done again, buying the latest purses. Back then it was like Michael Kors and stuff was very, very popular. So buying the purses, the watches, and stuff like that. So sometimes you have to sit and think, okay, bitch, in a minute, you about to be on these streets if you don't quit playing and get it together. So I had to make a choice. Well, the choice I made at the time, it was stupid, but it is what it is. I'm getting better. I'm getting back to where I was and stuff. So, it's, what is it called? I forget the phrase, what they say. But yeah, so, you have to kind of take out your book, put your expenses down. This is my priorities. This is my wants. These are my needs. These are my wants. And so with that, it's hard being a single mama. So I ain't gonna say that I'm 100% with that, but I'm learning that certain stuff don't matter. It don't matter when you got business to take care of. I'm at a point where as long as my bills are paid, I'm not broke. If we got a roof over our head, we got some lights on, we got some food in the refrigerator, I am not broke. But I do want to get to a space where I do have, some financial freedom, where if I want to pick up and tell my kids, hey, for the weekend, we finna go out of town, just pick up and take a quick weekend trip. Cause I got it like that. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to being able to travel and stuff, which is in the making. So yeah, 2025 is our year. Claiming it already. But yeah, so financially you might have hardships and stuff. So you just gotta we as people have to make better decisions, because I ain't trying to make this a race thing or nothing like that, because I don't need nobody coming down my back, my neck about it. But I do see a lot of us that know you in a situation where you about to be out on your butt, or your light's about to get turned off, and we still rather go out there and buy a new pair of shoes, buy the latest purse, get your hair done, get your hair cut, go get your nails and toes done, and your priorities are fucked up. We know that the priorities ain't prioritizing, and we just ain't giving a damn until it's too late. And these days everybody is kind of going through something. Just about everybody, and people not always in a position to help you. So you got to make sure you put yourself in a position to be able to help yourself, to be able to, whenever a rainy day comes, you need to be able to go in that little wallet, that little envelope that says a rainy day, and you need to be able to, take care of your rainy day yourself. You need to be equipped for a rainy day. So that's where I'm trying to get. And then, we have the health. That plays a major part. I feel like physically, when you're not as fit or as in shape, or in eating all these bad foods, drinking a lot. I know I got a drink in front of me, but Don't worry. I'm about to change some stuff up. But I'm just saying, like, for the most part, we putting all these toxic foods and drinks in our bodies, and the hormone, it causes us to have the hormonal changes, and we wonder why. We wonder why we're depressed, because we having these hormonal changes, because our diet is all out of whack, is bad, it's terrible, it's toxic, and we just wondering why we in a depressed state, why so many people have anxiety, why so many people are just not happy with themselves, like mentally, people are struggling, really, really struggling. And so, I just have to do better, and it's something that I'm doing. But y'all know it's harder to do bad when it comes to your diet and stuff than to do good, than to eat healthy, to drink your water, enough water every day, keep yourself hydrated. It's harder to do right when it comes to that versus just eating bad, because you could easily go through a drive-through and get a damn cheeseburger with extra whatever on it, extra cheese, extra mayo, double that patty. Like, it's easy to eat bad. It's easy to do bad versus good. So you have to get your mental together, your mental in a good space, so you can, when you ready to start, your healthy way of living, then it won't be as hard. But if you don't get some discipline about yourself, because I know me, I got to get my discipline. But I know once I get in my my mode, when I get in that healthy mode and I start eating right and do my little meal preps and all that good stuff, when I get in my mode, oh baby, I am in my mode, and it ain't gonna be no stopping me. So I do know one thing. I've learned one thing: stop announcing shit before you can reach your goal. Do not announce nothing before you actually reach your goal, because you don't know who's praying on you. You got some people that's praying for you, PRAYING, and you have others that are praying on you, PREYING. They could be praying, please, I don't want you to do this before me. Or, it could be jealousy, envy, just, you never know people's true intentions and true motives behind, what you got going on. So I feel like it's best to keep your goals to yourself. Whatever you're working on, keep it to yourself until it's set in stone. Because, things happen, and then some people love to say, oh, I told you so. I knew you weren't gonna do it. I knew you because you did it the last time. I told you so. And I've heard I told you so, and I knew you weren't gonna do right. I've heard it plenty of times. And I can't stand a negative Nancy, because sometimes it takes us longer or more than one try before you actually get something right. And so I feel like don't tell your good thing until it's set in stone, until you finish, until you completed it, because anything can go wrong. And then you know what I'm saying, you done told the news or whatever. So physically, I want to get in shape. I'm going to start back doing my skincare routine, because I want to wear no makeup, but I got to do my eyebrows, y'all. They ain't done right now. I'm in my natural state, because when I was going through my sadness, I really don't like to say depression, but I was down and damn near out. And so it just caused me, how some people some people stop eating when they're depressed or unhappy. Then, they just stop eating. They don't have an appetite. But this go round, oh baby, I was feeling the blues, and all I wanted to do was eat. And I wasn't even hungry. And so by me drinking Coke after Coke after Coke, eating all kind of food, just cooking, just because stomach wasn't growling, had just ate maybe an hour ago, and here I go want another full meal. I don't want snacks. I want meals. And so, it kind of broke me out from the stress and just from eating bad, drinking all them drinks. And so, and I have a habit of picking at my skin sometimes. So that's what caused the dark spots in my face. But, I'm still beautiful or whatever. But, I want to get my skin right. I want to get that glass skin. So I'm going to be doing that to better myself, because if you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you going to want to look good. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've experienced this, like days where I don't want to do my hair, or I don't want to put on no clothes. It's like my attitude and everything is different. But the day I go get my hair done, get my nails done, get on a cute outfit, baby, I want to be outside. I want to be seen. I'm happy. Just my aura is good. My energy is good. I want to be around people and I want to have a good time. So, it does matter. Your appearance matters. Your mental health matters. What you put in your body matters. All this stuff matters. And so I'm just trying to do better all the way around. I ain't gonna never say I'm gonna be perfect at nothing, cause life be lifing, and I'm human and ain't nobody perfect. So I know still sometimes things gonna happen, but I feel like I've learned to handle situations differently. I've learned to control my emotions more. I've learned to control my temper more. I've learned to accept things for what they are and move on. I don't want to be stuck on, you know what I'm saying, just dwelling on something that I can't change. I don't want to spend too much time on something that I can't change. And that goes for relationships, jobs, whatever. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So I'm just on that type of path. And with that being said, when I was talking about don't tell people your news or your goals until you have completed that goal. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who praying on you. You don't know who got their fingers crossed behind their back saying, please don't let it happen. Please don't let it happen. And so I before I started doing my podcast, this channel was I used to do vlogs. I used to do beauty, used to do skincare routines, do hair routines, all that kind of stuff. That's what I was doing before I decided that I want to switch over to podcasts. And I had started another channel where I was doing vlogs, and I had went back to school. Because I can say it now. I can say it proudly. I still ain't cried. I teared up earlier, but I ain't cried yet. But I had my daughter, my firstborn. I was pregnant with her in high school, my 12th grade year. I got pregnant. I started having some complications, like health wise, as far as my feet swelling. The school I went to, they had like 3 different levels, 3 different floors, and my classes used to be all over here, there, in a different building. And the bigger I got, the more I couldn't walk. Cause even though I had got pregnant, my mama still made my ass go to school. She didn't care. One of my brothers could be like, I'm sick. She'll let them stay home. But let me, being pregnant, say I'm sick, I'm tired. She ain't want to hear that. I'm like, I'm the one pregnant. But, she still was making me go to school or whatever. But it got to a point where I started having complications and couldn't make it up them steps. And we only had like 3 to 5 minutes to make it to each class. Your girl couldn't do it no longer. And so I tried to get them to make some stipulations for me. We had an elevator. For some reason, they didn't approve me to be able to use the elevator. Don't know why, but, my doctor had my paperwork and all this stuff. So, boom. I ended up having to drop out of school. And this was back in, I had my daughter 2003. So, yeah. So, I dropped out of school 2002 because I had her in May of 2003. So I ended up having to drop out of school my 12th grade year. I was almost there. Y'all. But I had to make a medical decision. And, my mama agreed, like, what can you do? But in my mind, I always said, I'm going back to school. I said this for so many years. Like I said, 2003, 2002. Either I dropped out like at the end of 2002 or the beginning of 2003. I just know somewhere in there. I just know I had started getting big, and so it was getting close to the time. That's when my feet and stuff was swelling. So yeah, so 2003 up until now, and I used to always say I done went through programs throughout the years that get your GED. One program, I think it was for high school diploma, but they just wanted you to go through so many stipulations and loopholes, and baby, they just wanted you to do the most. And I would be motivated at first, and then I'll drop off again. I just quit. And so I've been through 2 to 3 programs throughout the years, and I quit. And then I was young back then. It was like, who cares to a certain extent, because I was still like in my early 20s and middle 20s. And so it really didn't matter as much to me back then, of course, because when you're young, as long as you got a job, you making some money on. The food one is expensive. My bills one is as expensive. Like the cost of living one was not as expensive. And so, I just didn't, I just gave up. I would give up and just say, fuck it. And so fast forward, before my daughter graduated high school, I wanted to do it again. I'm like, okay, I want to do it. I want to try to graduate with her or graduate before her. So I could be her example. If nobody else was her example, I wanted to be my daughter's example, as far as, graduating school, to give her some motivation so she'll want to keep going. Motivate your child, give them something to look forward to. And so I failed. I didn't do that. I didn't make it in time, but thank God, thank you Jesus, she still graduated high school, and she did go to college as well. So she made it. Woo! It was a push going toward that end, baby, but I helped on through there. So I really felt like, even though she didn't know it, I felt like I had let her down or whatever to a certain extent, because I wanted to be that role model. Because my kids used to ask me throughout the years, you had them type of conversation, Mom, did you graduate? And it will always be me trying to make up an excuse or say, yeah, lie. I lied a couple times, like, yeah. And that shit was so embarrassing to have to lie to my children that I had my diploma, knowing good and well I didn't have my diploma. And so, as they got older and started asking me, I started to go ahead and be like, they asked me here and there, not all the time. It was just depends on what type of conversation came up. And, Mom, did you get your diploma? Cause baby, I be on them about getting a diploma, getting education, baby. I be on it. And so I eventually had told them one year, no, I didn't. I went to the 12th grade. I got pregnant with my daughter, and, I had to drop out or whatever. And so, it wasn't a good feeling to tell your children, because, your children look up to you, whether we believe it or not, or think, they look up to us and they pay attention. And so for me, I feel like, damn, now my son, he's coming up, he was probably in like the 9th, 10th grade, probably the first time I had mentioned that, I don't have my diploma. So I'm like, damn, I don't want him to think like, I don't got to get my diploma. You ain't got yours. So what I need mine for? You seem to be doing all right. That type of stuff. How teenagers do. And so, this program came about. I've been in this program almost 2 years now. No, a year, a little over a year, I believe I've been in this program. And so it came across my screen, one of my old classmates. And then, this is another thing, my classmates, they would tag me and stuff like the high school reunions, 20-year reunions and stuff. They would tag me, and I'm like, I'm not going, because I know I really didn't graduate. I feel out of place. They probably can't remember. Shit, it's been 20 some odd years, 20 years. And you ain't gonna necessarily know unless you go back and look in it damn, what it's called, the book, the yearbook. Unless you go back and look in the yearbook and don't see me in there, because I can't remember if if we had already started taking our picture for the yearbook, I might be in there. I don't even know, y'all, because like I said, I didn't make it through. So, you get people sometimes through the years ask questions, tagging stuff. Somebody, what school did you got? Did you graduate? And that shit was embarrassing to me. And I really felt some type of way deep down inside, and it like really, really has messed with me over the years, especially when that topic is brought up, and I felt less than sometimes to a certain extent. I felt embarrassed, ashamed. I just felt like, I don't know. It's just, I knew I had to do something about it. So when I seen that when somebody reposted it on Facebook, I was like, oh, it's virtual and you get your high school diploma? What? And you work at your own pace? Perfect for me. And so I ended up getting the program, and then that's when the other channel I made, it was going to be all about me going through my journey of getting my high school diploma at I think I might have been 39 at the time. 40, 39, 41 child. It might be still on the other page. But I was just gonna vlog my journey, getting my high school diploma and reaching my goals and stuff like that. So I started out I was doing the schoolwork, baby, every day. I was recording, uploading, this and that, getting my grades in, whatever. And then I kind of slacked off again because after that first graduation, I didn't make it in because I didn't finish my work in time. And, because after so long, I was like, ooh, this shit a lot. It's a lot of work. And so I slacked off again. I slacked off. And so, you hear it from people sometimes. Like, I didn't even hear my mama. My mama done said to me, you ain't gonna do nothing, or you ain't gonna finish, or like, people say stuff in a joking way, but not knowing, and don't probably mean no harm, but they make you feel some type of way. Cause don't even put that in my, you know what I'm saying? Don't even put that in my space. Don't even, spill it in my space. Don't even put that out there in the world. Don't put that energy out there. And so, this last few, really when we went on fall break, because we do the same kind of breaks, we along with the school that, the regular school, they on that type of schedule. So I had been doing my work. I got back into it. I'm like, okay, go on and finish. And especially when I got on there, they had changed the system, and and I was like, dang, I didn't know they did this. I know that. Oh, I got this. Like, to a certain extent, it seemed like it was easier. I don't know if I didn't remember it at first because I had took a little break again. But then I was like, oh, I'm finna knock this shit out. And I ain't gonna lie, like, AI was my best friend. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like I said in the beginning. I was trying to work them problems out on my notebook paper. That stuff was hard. But then, AI came along in the game and started learning about that. I did use AI sometimes. And so boom, fast forward, this fall break just passed. They had fall break last week. And I do work from home now. And so once I got out of work, I don't feel tired. I still got energy to do stuff. And so when I got out of work, got on the computer, doing it, wow. Doing it and doing it, wow. And so last night, Sunday night, I was like, all that week, I was like, I got to finish before Monday so they can post my name and tell me congratulations, like I can be finished. So that was my goal. I went out this weekend to my folks' house, had my son a little barbecue and everything, and I still made it my business to incorporate my schoolwork in between partying, being a mommy, working. I made it happen. And so y'all, your girl finished everything last night, Sunday night. I was tired. My son was like, it was only 10 o'clock. Boy, I be in the bed at 7. So at first I was like, I ain't got that much to go. I'll just finish it Monday, and then, they can call my name later on in the day or the next day. They could show my work was completed and then tell me I made it. So anyway, I went ahead and finished last night, and This morning, I waited till around like 9 o'clock because I ain't want to be on my counselor so early. They probably like, damn, we just got back our break, fall break. You already sent. But I'm like, baby, listen, this been a long time coming. So, yeah. So I text her, I sent her little message, good morning, finished all my work, blah, blah, blah. You mind checking over for me? But we could look at our own grades too. So as I was going, I was checking my grades. Every course I got done with, I checked my grades anyway. So I knew, okay, I passed that one. So I knew I had passed everything, but I was waiting for the official congratulations. So once I got that, I had seen my phone blowing up. We got a little group chat for all the students, students of all ages, young, older, students as old as 65 is in a group that's, trying to take care of their business and meet one of their goals. And so, yeah, my name got called. They, people saying congratulations. So when all that happened, couldn't wait to I told my mama first. Because she had already kind of knew because I was going to hold it as a surprise. Like, for Christmas, I couldn't hold it that long, y'all. It was too goddamn long. I had already been taking all this time. It had already been years since I supposed to have been done this. So I couldn't hold this in no longer than today. A few hours. So once I got that official, and, they graded my stuff and make sure, whatever. And so I don't have graduation until December. But we have a real graduation. Like, we go to the Cook Convention Center, like they have it at a big church, like a regular high school. So we still get that experience. So we just don't do the prom. They don't do proms, but we still get that experience of actually graduating. So I told my cheering when I was typing it to them, I was getting teary eyed. I was getting choked up. I feel like, but I was just holding it in. I should have let it out, but I was just holding it in. And I'm proud of myself and my son. He is also a senior, and he'll be graduating next year, class of 2025. So I really was pushing it for him because, kids these days, it be hard, be peer pressure, and these, children go through a lot too. So I wanted to say, I'm gonna be your example, whether your dad ain't your example, but you got your mama. And it don't matter where you man or woman, you can always set an example, especially when it comes to education, how you carry yourself, just being positive as possible. And you should, just being somebody's motivation. And so I told them. And now he asking me about college. Can you go to college with it? I said, yeah, boys, it's a high school diploma. It's real. It's not a GED. No shade, no shade at all to the people that has a GED, because I was in a GED program before too. I just quit just because I didn't want to do it. But so it's an actual high school diploma. Could take it and go to college if I want to, whatever. But I ain't gonna speak on that because I have some goals in mind, and like I said, I'm 40. I want to get to where I'm a CNA, and I want to go a little further than a CNA. Like, I don't want to do a CNA up until I retire, because CNA, man, the physical work, the labor is hard. I'm telling you, it ain't no joking. It could put a strain on your back, be around here limping, having back problems, feet problems, knee problems. I don't want that. So, I'm definitely gonna go further than this, but it's just a good feeling. I'm like, is this how the other kids was feeling when they were graduating and stuff? Like, felt like a frog was in my throat. I couldn't swallow. It felt like somebody was cutting an onion and stuff like that. That's what it felt like, because that's what it feel like for me right now. And so I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud that I accomplished another goal, because I made a vision board last year for New Year's, and so my 2024 vision board, I've knocked out two. This is gonna be my second or third goal that I done knocked out on there. So I'm not gonna tell all my goals until I meet it. Once I meet another one, then I will share it, if I feel like it. So so my 2024 vision board, I'm not gonna make another one for 2025. I'm just going to go at my own pace. I'm not in a race with nobody. I'm not in competition. The only competition is me, myself, and I. So I just want to stick to that board that I made and, just try to knock all those goals out. And then, hey, if 2025, 2026, I done met all my goals on there, then I'll start a new vision board. But I'm not going to overexert myself with all these different things because, like I said, I'm an overthinker. And when I do set my mind on something, I'm going to get the job done. And it's going to bother me so bad if I don't. So I don't want to put that much on me mentally and emotionally. So I'm not gonna set any more goals. Just knock out the ones that I have already set. So I won't be setting any new goals right now. Just trying to get through the ones that I've already set. And the more I put that X on there, the lighter I feel. So I hate that it's a Monday, because if it was a weekend, baby, I'll be getting me a bottle or something and, sipping. So this gonna do for now. So motherfucking good. Yeah, so that's my good news. Like I said, I had wanted to get all the heavy kind of stuff out the way first. And, I ain't do no little script or nothing this time. I just came and talked to y'all from the heart, which I always talk to y'all from the heart, but I be feeling like I be needing to stay on cue so I won't get too far off topic, when I'm doing my other little videos. But yeah, I feel good. I got I'm proud of you and some congratulations. Now when people, or even when I do my job applications, it asks if you got your high school diploma and stuff like that. Now I can honestly say yes I do, even though my graduation is not until December. But it's official, baby. It's official. I passed everything, so I'm good to go. But yes, I don't have to feel ashamed no more, because my saying now is it's better late than never. So, like I said, everybody got their own race, and me, I can't keep up. I can barely run. I don't even know how to run, sweetie. So, I can only, me versus me, the woman in the mirror. That's my only competition. So I'm just so proud of myself, and I wish some of my loved ones was here to actually see it. But I know they see it, and they smiling down on me from heaven. I know my granny saying, "Niche, oh Niche." That was my nickname, Niche. She called me Niche. I don't know what it means to this day, but that's what she called me, Niche. And I know she's smiling down, saying she proud of me and stuff like that. So, that's a good feeling. And I just hope, the news that I share with people, I hadn't actually put it on social media yet, but I think I am, just because, I'm proud of myself. It's an accomplishment, and I'm proud, I ain't got nothing to hide no more. I feel ashamed about. So, but I hope, this can motivate other people around me to, want to go ahead and get theirs too if they don't have it, or, just motivate them to want to do better. Because I don't care what nobody say. Birds of a feather flock together. Whether you a deadbeat daddy, y'all flock together like a motherfucker. Deadbeat mamas, evil people, jealous spirited, jealous hearted people, shysty people, hoes, whatever. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you could be around positive people that like that, want that good energy, got that good energy, and want to be positive and elevating, even if it's somebody doing better than you, don't ever take it as you got to be in competition or to be jealous about it. Me, if anybody around me or anybody I know or see on social media, it's inspiring for me. It's inspiring. It motivates me, and I know if the next person can do it, I can do it too. All I gotta do is put my mind to it. Even though I'm 40 and I'm I gotta go on and do what I need to do now because this brain, baby. Whew, let me tell you, but that's another story. So I just wanted to come and talk to y'all and tell y'all my good news. But best believe Friday or Saturday, yeah, I will be taking a few shots somewhere, somehow. So yeah, uh, I'm glad I did this video. And I'm glad if you stayed to the end. Thank you so very much. And if you like this topic and what I talked about, and if you want to congratulate me, do it by giving me a thumbs up. And you can also leave it in the comment section below. Tell me, what goals you have or don't. But, if you're working on some goals or whatever, just keep going. Keep your mind on the straight and narrow. Think positive and just work hard. And, just don't overthink. Just run at your own race. You your only competition. Just think of it like that. And yeah, because you never know who somebody could be looking up to you or just needed to see somebody, of their kind, to say, oh, okay, if she can do it, I could do it too. Oh, shoot, it wasn't that hard. You know what I'm saying? So be that person. Be positive. Be positive always. Or as much as you can, because like I said, we all humans, so shit happens sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna get out this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this video touched somebody, reached someone, teach someone, and subscribe to my channel if you're watching this and you're not subscribed. Come on, help a sister out. It's free. And you know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of the stuff I talked about, or all of the stuff I talk about, you like it. You're feeling it. You're feeling the vibes, because it's positive vibes over here. You ain't going to really see or ever see no drama. It's just all about uplifting, having good, fun conversations and real life shit. So, yeah. So, when shit happens, take a sip. When shit happens, take a sip. So, I'm going to get out this video. Again, subscribe, like, share, comment. And until next time, live, love, laugh. Peace.